everyone, welcome to my 26-week pregnancy update. I always have to think about it. I just don't time, like second pregnancy is so different to your first pregnancy. Week 26 was miserable. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. I'm not going to try and paint a pretty picture. I'm just writing it off as a really bad week because it was. I was miserable. I think the main reason I was miserable was because I was in pain, and I'd had SPD, pelvic pain, in the evenings for a while now. I think I mentioned that in my last update, and it wasn't too bad. It was just at nighttime. It just went up to the next level, so nighttime was really uncomfortable, and then during the day it was there as well. And if any of you with toddlers or other young kids that you're picking up and stuff like that, when you're pregnant, it's hard enough as it is, let alone being in pain and trying to do it. So that was really tough. And then on Tuesday, I was sanding Jack's bedroom. And guys, I wasn't doing anything crazy. I was on a step ladder, but like it's 2 steps. It's barely high at all. Okay. And I'd actually finished sanding, and I was getting down, and I was doing it all properly and slowly, but I didn't see there was a chair to my right, and I kind of turned and came down, and when I came down, I didn't fall, but I was stepping down, and I stepped down, and I landed with full force on the back of the chair. Ugh. Even thinking about it now gives me shivers, because it was excruciating. I landed directly on my tailbone with full force because I was stepping down. It was horrible. And that happened at about 9:45 in the morning. I had a midwife appointment at 10:30. She was supposed to be coming to my house, and I needed to get my house tidy. I needed to get myself tidy, and I was in so much pain. I had to go and lie down because I was that close to passing out from the pain. It was horrific. I saw stars. It was horrible, horrible, horrible. Anyway, so I'm rushing around the house after I've laid down for 5 minutes trying to get it, let's not joke, okay? It wasn't tidy, but it was tidy enough for my midwife to come and visit. Rushing around the house, getting that done, getting myself ready, and when you start getting to this stage in pregnancy, getting ready is ugh. You only do it on days you really have to. So it was tough. And I got ready, and then 10 minutes before the appointment time, 10:30, she texted and said she was so sorry, but her morning hadn't gone as planned, and she wasn't going to be able to make it. And I sat down on the floor and bawled my eyes out. I lost it. I was in so much pain. I was exhausted. I was hormonal, and I was just I wanted to see the midwife, and she can't come. And it was horrible. And sweet little Jack saw his mama crying and just came running across the room and gave me a big cuddle. He was just what's wrong, Mum? And then I didn't stop crying, and he was looking at me okay, you're supposed to stop now. When I give you hugs, that makes it all better. Anyway, I did stop, but it was a horrible day. And luckily we were able to reschedule the midwife appointment for Wednesday. But that day was kind of the omen of the week. It just went pear-shaped. It was not a good week. And of course with bruising it gets worse before it gets better. So I think Friday was the worst day, and I was in a lot of pain on Friday. In fact, I think I texted my mom and said, this is really bad. It's on par with recovery from childbirth. I was in a lot of pain, and with the pelvic pain and the tailbone bruising, it was horrible. So, note to self, check there is nothing around you when you're stepping off a ladder, okay? I wasn't being stupid at all. It was just a freak accident, and it was awful. So that affected my mood for most of the week, and I will admit there were a lot of tears in week 26. I just cried over anything and everything. I was angry, I was grumpy, I was not a nice person to be around. And I was kind of fed up with everything. I think I was just fed up with not being in my full capacity, not being able to run around and get things done like I normally do. I was over it. I was this is frustrating, it's stupid, I feel like an invalid. I was an angry person this last week. So, that's what happened with that. I am feeling a lot better now though, guys, so don't worry. That was just a bad week. Oh, and the other thing I think that was contributing towards that is that my house was a tip. I was painting Jack's room, and everything was just not where it was supposed to be, and everyone kept saying, rest, 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 and I was like, I can't rest, my house is not tidy, and like, no one's offering to come and do it for me, so I'm going to keep going until it's done. And I did. By Saturday, which is actually when I turned 26 weeks, the house was reorganized, and that's why I think I'm in a whole bunch better mood, because my house is tidy, Jack's room is finished. It's just like, oh, like we're on the next happy level, and I'm not in excruciating pain like I was, so yeah. That was week 26. My midwife appointment did go well. I chatted to her about just a couple things I want to do differently this time with the birth. One was that I want to go to the hospital sooner, because I really enjoyed the hospital environment when I was there. It was very calming, very soothing, didn't feel clinical at all. And I think part of that is because I know I won't be able to really relax when Jack's running around, because I'll just be too worried about how he's dealing with everything. And also, I just like to be able to use, they've got a shower like attached to the room where you could just sit in the shower if I needed to, or they've got the birthing pool and things like that. So I wanted to do that differently than last time, because last time I left it like to the last minute to go. And she was totally fine. She said, sure, just give us a buzz whenever you want to come down, is fine. And then the second thing I talked to her about is at the end with Jack, I remember just like pushing and pushing and pushing as soon as I felt the urge to push. No one was prompting me. It was just like I had this sense of panic, like, oh my gosh, I have to get this thing out of me, because it didn't feel natural and comfortable at all. And I think that contributed a lot to the tearing that I experienced, and so this time I really want to try my best to just breathe through that urge to push until I literally cannot help but push. So she was all on board with that. She's going to, try and help me with that, and just like talk me through it, because I just need someone to she was so good last time, like just very gentle and calming, and I'm just hoping that she'll be the same this time, and can just be my coach on the side. So yeah, we chatted about that. Baby's heartbeat was nice and strong. She was kicking the midwife as the midwife was trying to check her heartbeat, and her position, she's head down, I'm pretty sure, and her legs are on my left side, which I want her to switch over, but that's fine. I knew she was in that position, because I feel all her little kicks and like sharp sort of kicks up on my left side. So I'm just going to work now, hopefully, to get her to change over to the other side, because that's the optimal position for birth. But we still have plenty of time to work on that. And guys, I'm calling it. Next week I am going to be in my third trimester. I think a lot of places say 28 weeks. It's not. If you do the maths, it's 27 weeks. Like, no matter how you look at it, if you count it as 28 weeks, it makes you pregnant for a whole week longer. So that doesn't make sense. So 27 weeks, I will be in my third trimester, which is like crazy. Once I hit 30 weeks, I know when I hit 30 weeks with Jack, that was when I was like, oh my gosh, the countdown's on now. I don't know why, but 30 weeks, that's just how it felt like. It was like 30 weeks and then 36 weeks were my two milestones for the end. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now, because there's a lot to talk about and it could never end. So if you enjoyed this update, please give it a thumbs up so that I know. If you have some great freezer meal ideas, please put them in the comments below. I think I did like lasagna and a few casseroles last time, and it was great, but I'm always open to new ideas. So easy, simple, cheap meal ideas would be really, I'd be really helpful. Oh my gosh, my words aren't working. I would be really thankful for that. Please put it in the comments. And go ahead and subscribe if you want to keep up to date with everything that's going on. I would love to have you here. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the bump shot, and I will see you next time. Bye!